Hi, dear ones. Happy new moon in Taurus. And it is a power-packed new moon. Not only a great time to make wishes, set intentions, really think about what you want to accomplish and create in this next moon cycle, but also for the next 6 months as, we work toward the full moon in Taurus, which will happen 6 months from now. So if you've been feeling a lot of angst or just this inner hum, like or underneath everything hum, if you've been feeling a lot of intensity around this new moon, and even, before this with the dark moon and the balsamic moon, you are not wrong. It has been quite the couple of days here with some aspects to Pluto and Uranus and Saturn and Mars, just basically all the planets. And Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde. It will enter its shadow period on the 15th of this month, which we still have about 4 more days before that happens. And then it'll literally go retrograde on the end of this month, I think like the 29th or the 30th. And Mercury retrograde is nothing to be freaked out about. It happens 3 times a year. It's really something that allows us to slow down and really consider, and really reflect and really take time out for ourselves to rest and relax and reflect on what's happening right now in our lives. So it's not that freaky, but it is wise to make sure if you're going to do any purchases with cell phones, computers, anything technological that you make sure you do that before before the end of the month. And be careful if you do it after the 15th, just really, really considering any contracts you sign, anything having to do with words. You just want to be double checking, like, when you send an email or send a text message, make sure you know who you're sending it to and you don't send it to the wrong person. So it's that kind of energy, it allows us to move slower. It's an invitation to move slower, which is actually a real blessing, but it can feel kind of like, because we're not used to moving slow in our culture. We're used to moving breakneck speed, busy. And now that, a lot of things are opening back up, as things kind of shift with the pandemic, there's a real tendency to kind of fall back into those patterns. So I would encourage you with this particular retrograde to really consider and assess, what do you want to bring back into your life and what do you want to let go? I know for me personally, I was doing several therapies a day with my son who has special needs, and I'm realizing that wasn't benefiting him. I thought I was benefiting him by getting him all the therapies that were available to us, and really he needs space in his life, and that's what I've learned over the last year, that those therapies are good in moderation. And so as things open back up, I want to very carefully consider what's really helping him and when does he need the space to reflect and just be, and same for me, so anyway, I would just offer that as an invitation through this time. But this new moon is amazing. So there is a lot going on, and there's a profound energy of change. We may see some pretty big changes over the next couple of months, both collectively, politically, but you may also see some changes in your own personal life because there's a lot happening. We're entering eclipse season as of today. This new moon is not happening on an eclipse, but in 2 weeks we will have the full moon on an eclipse. And technically we consider the new moon starting the cycle. So this new moon today starts the eclipse cycle. Which will go for about, I think, 6 weeks. So anyway, just lots of possibility for change, which I think can be really good. I think some of us really are needing some changes in our lives, but it's also, change can be volatile and it can be difficult to accept and to integrate. So just stay with the flow, be like water, flow as much as you can. When something comes up, instead of going panic, freeze, go rigid, instead try to relax, keep breathing through it and go, okay, I can handle anything that's coming up. I'm ready for this. I've been preparing for this, even if I didn't know, your guides, your intuition, everything is preparing you for what is coming up next. So, and along those lines, just to kind of give you a little extra help, I'm going to give a 3-card reading today. And if any of you have followed my channel for a while, you know that you can pick 1, 2, or 3. You can pick 2 of the cards. You can pick all 3 cards. Trust your intuition. Trust yourself, whether you pick before I pull these cards or whether you hear all the cards and you pick the one that resonates the most. Either way is perfectly right for you. And along that, thank you so much for all the likes, comments, and subscribes. I seriously do a little happy dance for every single like, so it means a lot to me if you enjoy these videos and they bring something of value to you. But this is such a powerful new moon. I really wanted to jump on here and make sure I did a video for you all today. I'm going to use my True Black Tarot, which this deck is so cool. Look at that. You can see the constellation if you kind of flash it. It's got like this black embossing. It's really neat. So some of the cards have that too, but I don't know. That's just the card. There's such an intense energy. This is kind of an intense deck. It just felt really, really potent. And Taurus is a very lush sign. It's ruled by Venus. It's a sign of things that are really, really, you know, nice and things that are aesthetically pleasing. And this deck is definitely that. It's got that soft touch to it, and it's one of my favorite decks. So I thought I would pull it out today and use it to read for you all. So, all right, without further ado, let's pull this first card here and see what's coming up for those of you that pull this first card. Okay, and the first card we have is the Queen of Pentacles, which is a lovely card coming forward for this Taurus season. You can kind of see there's the flash and seeing the Queen there at the bottom. But this queen, she has a snake with her, and she has these pentacles and a bird. This queen is someone who's very solid, very, very much in her body. She's embodied. And I think for those of you who have pulled this card, there's a message of really sinking in. Like, what is your body saying to you? Is your body saying you need rest? Is your body saying I need a walk? Is your body saying I really need some space, maybe once a week, to read a book and to really just draw in and be, you know, be in that present bodily space? And as you honor more of those bodily things that are coming up, like what your body is saying to you, maybe your body's hungry and needs to go eat. Those things are very important. And as you honor those little impulses and those things, those messages that your body sends you, you'll actually find a deeper connection to your own intuition. Body is so important with helping us access our intuition. I used to think the body had nothing to do with intuition, and I was very wrong. You know, we feel so much of our intuition in our body. You know, when you've had chills wash over you, when you get a funny feeling in your stomach, you know, about someone and you don't feel quite right. When you get, you know, just excitement and you feel that kind of like lightheaded feeling, when your heart rate speeds up, all those are signifiers and messages from your body of, hey, this is how I'm perceiving the situation. And you are going to be right 100% of the time when you're listening to those impulses. And I realize some of us have, you know, panic and anxiety and things like that that happen in the body that makes it hard to trust our body. But I would offer to you with this new moon that there's a new connection to your body wisdom, to your body intuition, and that you are going to be able to start sorting those impulses and knowing which ones to really, really listen to. But it can start by just honoring your body's needs. So I would offer to you with this card, honor your body's needs, and make an intention for that if that feels resonant, to really go forward and to listen to your body and to do what, you know, your body's asking of you. So, all right, for card number 2 here. Let's see what comes forward. All right, and we have, oh, how beautiful. We have the Lover's card. Oh, look at this. You can see the little flash on the, just this deck makes me happy. So the Lover's card can come up in a couple ways, but I'm really feeling it's coming up around those of you who have been really drawn to something or will soon be very drawn to something. And yes, that can be, you know, an infatuation or a crush on someone that leads to a bigger romantic relationship. But when you feel a resonance with something, when you feel a connection, like you've heard about a class that you really want to take, or you've met someone that you just really feel a connection with, or you know what, you go out and you like see a puppy and you just know that dog is meant to be yours, or even if it's not a puppy, it's at the, you know, Humane Society and it's an older dog. When you feel that resonance inside of you and you're like, you feel that vibrancy and that connection, that is a reflection of your own soul, the love that is in your own soul. And I think that's such a beautiful thing to consider. Like when you see a sunset and you just feel this overwhelming gratitude, that sunset is reflecting a piece of you, that beauty that's within you. Really, we only resonate with what is part of ourselves. And that's something I've come to over the last few years, really feeling that everything that just sparks something in you is a reflection of your own soul. So notice this next week, those of you who picked card 2, what speaks to you? What resonates? What do you find absolutely beautiful? What relationship, what connection, what words really speak to your heart? And with that, you will really find more messages and more understanding about who you are. If you like someone, if you really admire them, that's because those qualities are part of you. So realizing that it's not that you want to be like them, it's that there's some part of you that is like them. And that's really beautiful to consider. So, all right, for the third card here, let's see, those of you that chose the third card, let's see what message comes forward here. Such very Taurian messages for this new moon. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. And this is actually the card that's, I love this. Wow. This is the bonus card in the deck. So it is a Nant, and it is not associated with any suit and any traditional tarot card. But those of you who have chosen this very special card coming forward, we have a brand new baby basically inside the womb, and it's that beautiful snake. There's so much snake energy. And I know for some of us, snakes can be really scary. But I would offer to you today to look at the snake in a new way. The snake always comes up for me around rebirth. It's like this brand new cycle in your life, this brand new time, this like leveling up. You think about snakes, their entire life, they continue growing. And I think that's true of a lot of reptiles, if not all reptiles, but I won't say that across the board. But snakes continue growing, and as they grow, they need to shed their skin, and then they grow some more, and they need to shed their skin again. So snakes are really a symbol of growth and something like burgeoning in you and offering you a brand new cycle in your life and leaving behind what isn't working. So it is really exciting, especially on a new moon, because new moons are very much about that. You're starting a brand new cycle. Like I said, not only the cycle of the next 28 days is brand new, but this is a cycle for the next 6 months as well. So this is a powerful message for those of you who have chosen this. There's a brand new thing beginning in your life. For some of you, you may be moving. For some of you, starting a new job. For some of you, it might be more internal, like this brand new level of leveling up with intuition, like those of you who chose the first card. But there's a leveling up in some area of your life. And you may know it right now as I'm speaking, like, well, yeah, this is going to be happening. It's brand new. You know, you might be getting married. You might be starting a new relationship. But for some of you, you won't know exactly what I'm talking about as I look at this card, as you look at this card. But trust, in the next 6 months, there's going to be a brand new thing that's going to come into your life. And it may very well be a spiritual awakening, but it also may be a very physical, new thing that's coming into your life. But what a beautiful message and what a special card to come forward. I kind of feel like it's for all of us watching this video. There's something really, really, really potent about this. So anyway, dear ones, it's a delight to connect with you on video again. I just love doing these. I love reading for you and giving you some illumination for this time ahead. We are in spectacular, special times, and it's a beautiful time. It's a hard time to be alive, but it's a very magical time too. So for those of you doing it, you're doing it right. You're doing all the things. You're doing what you need to, and you're in the right place at the right time, and everything is unfolding exactly as it should in your life right now. I feel like it's very important for some of you to hear that. It is unfolding exactly as it needs to. So if you want to go further and look at this new moon in more depth, I have a new moon reading in my shop. I will link it below. And if you want to check out any of the other readings, I would love to connect with some of you in that way and do a more, personalized reading for you with the cards. So anyway, loads of love, so much joy and peace wished you, and I will talk to you in the next video.